Well, welcome to Creative Crafting by Katie. This is my first live YouTube ever. So please bear with me. I am totally used to this going, a little bit differently on other platforms. So I'm going to be here to demonstrate some molded wood. This is a wood-based product that I've invented in my garage last summer, and I'd like to work with this product here with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to see. I'm not sure how the whole comments section thing works here, but I can see Miss Lori and Lavetta is here. Thank you guys for coming on over from other platforms and hanging out with me. Molded wood, again, is a wood-based flexible product that comes in a tub like this, okay? Um, and it comes sealed up, which is very important to keep it sealed. Comes in a sealed container with a zip tight bag. Okay. And what you do is we'll work with the product here today, but what we're going to do is we'll use this to fill a silicone mold. After you fill silicone molds, let them cure in the mold for 12 to 24 hours. And most of them are going to take a good 24 hours. The thin, smaller ones will take less time. And some of them maybe even take less than 12 hours. But I have some lace here that I made with my molded wood. This here takes less than 12 hours, generally speaking. Okay. Hello, Nicole from Adoria Creations. Hey, Lorinda. Hey, Tina and Karen. This product is amazing, Miss Lori. I stand behind this product. This product is a game changer to me with crafting. If you guys do your own DIY, if you are a creator of your own and have your own platform pages that you use, you guys definitely need to give this a try. Okay, it's called Mold a Wood. And it's going to come like this. I do have in the description a link to where you can purchase the molded wood on my website. Hey, Judy. Um, oh, hey, Lori. Yeah, now, Lorinda. Now I got you. Read the last name. Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you guys how to work with, how to mold, unmold, and this is the finished product. Okay, it's it will remain flexible and bendable even once it's painted. And I'm going to paint up some of this lace with you guys today. I brought a couple different colors with me. I have a berry cobbler and just a plain old white. So with that being said, because of the cure time, I wanted to be able to let you guys have to have a look at how you remove this from the mold, because otherwise you have to sit and wait. And we don't want to have to do that. We don't want to wait 12 to 24 hours to do it. So I have molded the same molds that I showed you already cured here. I have them molded already. So what we're going to kind of do this process is a little bit backwards because we are live. I'm going to unmold these and show you guys how easy it is to unmold. And we will then go back and remold one of these molds. We will get that done here on a live, and that I won't take the time to do both molds with you. However, it isn't super um it isn't super time consuming. We'll see where we're at for time, but I will paint them because I think it's really important for you guys to see how it really comes to life when you paint it. Okay, it's incredible. It's incredible before it's painted. It's even better after. Look at the detail of this. You guys, it's incredible how this product, molded wood, picks up the impression within the silicone mold. And I am only going to work with lace today, but I have got endless amounts of videos and content of different molds that we've molded. On the Facebook platform, I have a group specifically called Mold a Wood that we do where myself and other people that have business pages have crafted with, and customers of mine who have posted pictures of projects that they have done, mold that they have molded. It's just a wonderful group to be a part of. So I will put a link here as well for that in the descriptions. But please follow me, subscribe if you're new to my page. And I'm gonna put you guys down now. You guys won't see my face so much, but that's okay. We're here about the product. We're not here about my looks. So let me get you guys here. I was really wanting to find y'all on my own page, and I'm new to this, so let's see about picking up some comments. If I could. I know how to post things, but I don't know how to watch myself live. Oh, yay, there I am. Alrighty. Then I can put you guys down here and move you in a little bit closer to just what we're working on the project surface here. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Okay. Again, let's unmold these, and we'll show you exactly how easy it is. With a very thin mold like this, I like to flip it over. I like to flip a lot of them over and give it a little bit of leverage here. Let's work with the smaller one. We're going to start by just pulling it back like this so that it starts to peel it away from the silicone mold. Be very gentle with it. This is a delicate type of a mold, so we're going to now just continue to work your silicone mold backwards while you hold with your other hand. And I like to kind of go on the one outer edge of the mold to kind of make sure that I'm not going too far this way, taking it off, where I might tear this because it's so delicate. If you're dealing with a much thicker mold, you won't have that potential issue of tearing. And because we want to get the detail to come out without tearing, we just want to be gentle with it, okay? I am starting out with one of my most favorites here by using these thin lace molds. I absolutely fell in love with these around Mother's Day. So I am super, super stoked to have this in front of me and show you guys. I do take my time, as you see. It doesn't... And it might not come out perfect, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. This is going to make it look a little bit more vintage, if so. And I just like to take it slow. Trust me, I'm a very rough person. I do things generally not this delicate. So y'all know. You see how that's coming out? See how beautiful this lace looks? And what's nice about this product is it just cuts with a pair of scissors. You do not have to heat this product up to make it bendable and flexible. It will remain that way until you adhere it down somewhere. And it will stick on your project. I recommend you using the type of adhesive for whatever the surface is that you're making or you're using. Like, say, if you're putting it on glass, just make sure your adhesive is good for glass. I use a lot of stick fast for things like that, for glass, for tin, for like a pottery type stuff, ceramic. For wood, I use a Tight Bond Thick and Quick. I have used super glue E6000 as well. Whatever your adhesive choice is. Occasionally I will use hot glue, but not very often. Usually if I'm putting it on something that maybe has paper or napkin already there, then I will use that hot glue. See how easy this is to remove from the silicone mold. It just takes a second or two, but well worth it. Well worth it. So here we have it. Look at this gorgeous. Here, let me flip this over because it gives it a nice color with my hair and everything, or somebody's hair. Don't know that that's mine. That's quite dark. Okay, do you guys see the lace and the detail? Ooh, I was trying to get rid of that glare from my light. Look at that. Isn't that something? Okay. Alrighty. These would be gorgeous around a candle. So let's do this again. I'm going to put it closer to me. This one here, I like to work from the outside for sure and work the edge closest to me. And if you guys have other friends that do crafting, or you know somebody that might be interested in this and it's not for you, pass it along. Pass along this information to them. Pass along my channel and let them see for themselves how this product works, and the projects are just stunning. I actually have a white candle that I'm going to give you an example on. We are not going to craft with this today. We're just going to unmold, mold, and paint them. But I'm going to give you an example with a white candle that I have. It's a battery operated candle. And I will show you how pretty this lace could be just to decorate up a candle. Especially battery operated ones that you're not going to have any real flame on. Super excited. I think that I brought a light and a dark color because I wanted you guys to get the idea of how it enhances the whole experience with this. Every mold just comes to life even more after, and you could get extremely detailed on this. This one would look really good in a moss color or something really light, or celery, some real light green. There's a lot of greens in this mold. This one I'm going to just do with the white, and then the flower one I'm going to do with the berry cobbler. But you could come in here if you are really detailed and have that mindset where you could put these together really nicely. You could do this several different ways. And voila, there's that one. And you have a little bit of this area here that has some see-through stuff there. That's because I should have, before I did before it cured, was gone through with like a baby wipe or a wet wipe or wet rag and got rid of that. But you can just get rid of it even with the back of a brush like this, the end of the paintbrush. But better to do it with a baby wipe beforehand. It definitely will be better for you, because this will be there for paint to adhere to otherwise. Again, it cuts with scissors, and you can also like pick it with your finger if you see something that doesn't belong and take it off. You're never going to get with this product, Chuck, you're going to get this fine detail. You would never be able to use hot glue and do a mold like this. It's never going to happen. It's going to cover over. You're going to get the full impression. You're not going to get the whole lace look like this. You would just get the whole top surface. So this is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm super bummed about that I did not put that like that. All right, who else do we have? Hey, Crystal. Yeah, thanks for turning me on to these molds. Yeah, do not put cornstarch down. The little one's down for a nap, so now you can watch. Yay, Becca. You stop it, Tina. You did? Well, that's not what I'm here to sell it for, but she used it to put in a hole in a whole wooden door, and it worked great. I love how it doesn't tear. You can put back together. Yes, if it does tear, you can definitely put it back together. It's not going to hurt it at all. And it's pretty seamless. Okay, so instead of messing with that one, I've got a second one handy anyways. So we're just going to use the one that I already had unmolded before. And before we paint it, let's actually mold this mold again so you guys can see. Oh, my Kewpie pie got stuck. I'm going to use up a bag I already got started. Well, you guys, this is what's left I've been a molding crazy fool here. So if you have any extra residue on here like so, just go ahead and pick it off. I do not wash my molds with anything, but you can use soap and water. I'm just bad about it. That's all. I'm going to be honest with you from the get-go. Okay. So this here, you see how it's just kind of, I can roll it right off of with my finger, right? So anyways, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alrighty. Miss Crystal, your order went out yesterday. I do ship internationally to a few countries. So if you visit my website, you'll be able to know what those countries are. And one of them happens to be Germany, where Miss Crystal lives. Okay, so I'm taking this molded wood here and I'm going to just use my fingers. You're going to get some residue on your fingers. Wipe it off with a baby wipe or a wet rag while you're working with this. No big deal. If it bothers you, wear some silicone gloves or latex gloves. Use a silicone finger if you want. Some parchment paper. Although it'd be a little harder with this to get the parchment paper, would kind of be more in the way, I think. Just get in there and get the nitty gritty, ladies and gentlemen. Get into the nitty gritty. Don't worry about it. Okay? Don't worry. Just soap and water washes it off your hands. Okay? And this is how we do something like this lace. I just keep scraping it off of the heavy off with my finger. And if you see this yellow tool sitting beside me, this is a putty knife from the Dollar Tree. And I just use that to scrape away the excess. Now be extremely gentle, and you're going to want good lighting when you do this. You're going to want to go working back and forth and up and down in circular motion, whatever it takes to get that molded wood in this. Think about this being extremely thin, and we're working with a very thin area. So sometimes going in a circle motion like this with your finger actually opens up that mold and the crevice there and gets it enough for you to be able to mash it in there. Now I'm going to take my putty knife and I'm going to hold this down and gently take it in this back and forth motion I like to do on this. I'm trying to scrape away the excess, and I only have it on inside the silicone mold. The molded wood will stay in there if you gently push it. Okay, you can come back in and pat it down. And this is where we'll take a baby wipe tort at the end and clean off the surface so we don't have that little bit of residue coming through. We don't want to pick that up when we go to paint. Okay, and you can see I haven't used a lot of product. From what I originally had in my hand, I still have this ball here, right? So it's probably most important when you have something like this. We have these small little areas that are connecting from one flower to the next. Make sure you have enough molded wood inside that area. Yay. See you, Judy. So that's just to keep it together, but don't worry about it. If it doesn't stay together, just you can glue it together. Meaning when you go to put this on your surface or whatever you're using, you can just easily make it look like it's connected together. If it was a thicker mold, you could definitely glue it back together with some Type Bond adhesive. But it could, you might get lucky and it could be right in the spot you want it to be cut anyways. So, hey, Carolyn. So thank you all for coming over here and supporting me. I do appreciate it. And if anybody wants to support me here, in the description, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link, and you can use that as a way of supporting me and my company and allowing me to show up here and show you guys DIYs. Primarily over here, I will be using molded wood in all my projects for the most part. And they're not all going to be instructional videos like this, but I do have a short video here on YouTube that just says how to use moldwood. When you purchase the product, you do get a QR code that takes you to that video so you can quickly access it and watch this process in less than 5 minutes. So you don't have to spend all your time figuring it out if you need a quick recap on it. So I'm coming back in and starting here where I left off to get the excess. This is going to show you also where you missed. See how I'm just going to put that back together? Where you missed it and where you need to put some more moldwood. Okay. And I was just going to say, and you could have taken some out in that process. Like I thought I did. I thought I did, and I did. Sometimes I have a lot of this moldwood on the surface and I don't see some of the areas that I've missed. So this is why I like to do this and come back in and give you that chance to fill it in. Or not. You don't have to. You're going to make this yours. This is coming to you and you can craft it any way you want. You can use any silicone mold you want. I do use a lot of silicone molds from Amazon. Or you can get some at your local craft stores. So definitely. It's addicting. Trust me. It's addicting. All right, just put it back in there. I like to make sure it's all clumped back together from all the little shavings that I take off. Zip tight it up. This is only friendly when you're ready for it to cure. Okay, so get the air out of the bag, like so. Zip it tight. I got it. And then put it back in with the lid on it, okay? Crystal, poor Crystal, she's waiting for her order. We had some technical difficulties with the shipping, so poor thing's been waiting. But yeah, so now don't wait till the last tub is gone, right? Yeah, we'll see how fast this comes, Crystal. I'm anxious to see how quickly you get it with this other company I'm using. Okay, that's what we do. Leave it like that to cure. And this is the time where you would go back in with a baby wipe or some wetter rag and just wipe this back. What we're doing is trying to, and this is a little bit harder, trying to get the area open so we don't have any of this here. This one's a little bit trickier to do, but you see how we have that little bit of real fine film in there? That's what we're trying to prevent. On the outside edge, you can just pick it right off and it'll come. This one's a little bit harder. And the reason it is can you see all of these really fine detailed lines that are in this mold? Sometimes that gets a little tricky getting that out of there, but it doesn't really matter. It's so cool when it's done. That just, it's really trivial. Okay, so just some of this if you want. If you want. I generally don't, but it is a really good tip. Sometimes I guess I just get a little bit lazy. That's okay. Alrighty. There we have it. Okay. Set it to the side. Leave it flat while it cures. Not as important. It's pretty important when you have a thicker mold, but these thinner molds, they generally don't pop out on them like they would on a thicker mold. Okay. Now comes the fun part. See, this one is I didn't have quite put together, or I tore it when it came out. It doesn't matter. And this here, I didn't get that area there has a little hole in it. Doesn't matter. Not to me. Because that's going to keep it more on the vintage side. Yeah, right. You're so cute, Crystal. Oh, so cute. Now, when we're doing these, do not get an excessive amount of paint on your brush, because all that's going to do is puddle in the crevices. And then you're going to wind up with all this blob and you won't be able to see the nice fine detail. Okay. So I'm coming in here with berry cobbler and we are going to paint it. I'm almost going on a side motion here. If you wanted this to look more rustic, you could definitely keep some of the brown showing through, and that would make it look a little more vintage and tattered. Okay. And here it is coming to life. Look how gorgeous this is. And then you could also just cut these flowers off and use them on a project. You don't have to use it in its entirety like this, but I'm going to show you on a candle how you could wrap this lace around a candle. We won't glue it on this candle. I'm just going to show you as an example. We're going to get this here first. We're going to get this painted up first. I believe that this product is going to take off, and I would love for you to give that a try. You could paint these different colors too. You can get as detailed as you want to get. You can come in here and just really have fun with it. And I have done that with other molds. I have come in, painted the flowers one color, painted the leaves other colors. And so we do a lot of this, and I do a lot of repeating as far as saying the same things when I work with it, because you guys, there's always somebody new out there that's watching that's never knows what I'm doing or has never seen or heard of the product. So bear with it. Just hang on for the ride. Thanks for being here for the ride. Oh, I love it too. I love it too. I really, really, really stand behind this product. I think you guys are going to love it. I have customers that repeat and they buy not just one tub, they buy 2, 3, and 4 tubs at a time. And they just love it. They get addicted. They buy all these molds and they mold it up, and it goes great on tin, wood, you name it. And what's nice about it is it's so bendable and flexible, it will get into small little areas. It will take form, especially something thin like this it'll just go crazy, crazy, crazy. I would love for you guys to go over to that Moldwood group on my Facebook page. It's incredible what my customers have done. My ladies and gentlemen over there just are rocking it. And it's fun to see what everybody else's mindset has, how they took it and made something with it. It's so fun. Everybody's got such different creativity, right? And it's really cool to watch the product that I spent a lot of time coming up with the right formula, and then watching what everybody does with it and how their take on it. It's just so fun. It really is. It makes me proud. It makes me really proud. If we all had the same creative minds, this world would be boring. So I'm so glad that y'all have some good stuff. It did amp up your nautical project. It sure did. It sure did. And what's cool about this is, like, you could get a bunch of moldings and make those spindle projects that everybody does with their Glowforge machines. You could take this molded wood and make up as much as you want use the different moldings that you want, and it makes it look like those spindle projects. And I bet you it's a heck of a lot easier to work with than a spindle. And then you can get yourself a surface of any kind at any of your craft stores, and you can make it yourself. Those dollar stores have lots of really cool surface boards. I even sell chunky wood cutouts. If you're new to my page here, I sell chunky wood cutouts, and I use that, and I adhere this on my wood all the time. It just makes a really cool. It is a lot easier to cut to size. That's a really good valid point. It is super easy to cut with a pair of scissors. I did a project with it where I put it around a frame and I was 45ing it. You don't have to get that detailed. You can end to end it if you want. It's really your personal preference. It's your crafting style. Go with it. You do you. You do you. Right? Okay. This one's getting real delicate down here at the end. All right, so this is what we have. Painted up. It's a little dark in here today. Oh, there it went. It cut. It went on its own. Down, man down. Okay, you guys see that? Fine detail of how gorgeous that is. Okay, let's set that one aside. We're gonna paint up the other one, and then I'm gonna show you guys just next to around a candle. I have a white candle. I even have a yellow candle over here I can go grab and show you how you can elevate your pillar candles with something like this. And I'm just using acrylic paint. Whatever paint you use to paint with, that's what I use. Sometimes I have chalk paint. Sometimes it's just straight up acrylic like this. So you don't have to buy anything fancy for that. Molded wood, silicone molds, and craft. Craft like you normally would. Just consider this another form of embellishment. That's really all you have to do. So that's really all that it is. And then I'm pouncing this in here a little bit more, just because I don't want a lot of puddling. I don't want these small little detailed holes to fill in with paint and settle in there. Let me put this up for you now to see as well. The really fine detail. Look at those leaves with all of that detail in the middle of those leaves. It's incredible. It's incredible. Looks like it's going to rain here. They're talking about it. They talk about a bunch of stuff though, don't they? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, very true, Lori. You're only limited by your own imagination. So this lace is really, it's just really hitting a chord, striking a chord with me lately. I am really into these small little lacy ones when I'm working with my craft supplies. I say that's a go-to. It's a go-to. If you have something lace in your project, the picture or something, this is a really great embellishment because it comes across as a piece of lace. So we definitely. You could also spray paint this. If this is too tedious for you, get yourself some made up and take it outside and spray paint it. It's a perfect way to get all of these areas. Say maybe you don't like the way some of the brown is showing through this indentated parts here of the mold. You could definitely spray paint it, and that will solve that problem. I can show and demonstrate that in a video and post it as well to show you another way of using it. I'm quite pleased with this. I always try to use these small little molds like this with hot glue, and I always got disappointed that it never worked, and I always got disappointed that the paint never stayed on my hot glue. Or if I used other products, it broke on me, or I had to have 18 hands to try to heat it up to get it to work, or you know, all the things. It's just not, it just doesn't work like this does. It just doesn't work. And so I think you'll give it a try and you're going to be amazed. Going to be amazed. Almost done. Just stay out of the pink there. I don't want to pick up any of that berry cobbler and get it in my white. So, anyways. Alrighty. I did not bring a heat tool with me. I normally do not craft at my kitchen table, which is where I am today. But I thought this was just a good place for me to do my first live. My very first live on Facebook, I sat down as well. I don't sit well in craft, but this is, to me, I feel like isn't really the same kind of crafting as before. Lori, you're so fun. All right, so I'm going to get my battery operated candle here, but I want to grab the pale yellow. And again, you could go crazy with this too. I had decoupage a napkin on this candle. And oh good, it's gonna start coming off more. It just didn't work for me. It didn't do what I wanted to do, so I did something different. So I tried to take off the napkin. So if you've got something that you've done and you want to redo it, try taking the napkin off of it, especially like this, on this battery operated candle. I don't know. I think this is one from the Dollar Tree, actually. I do like the battery operated candles, but I prefer them with a timer because I forget to take them off or turn them off. So anyways, and then I have this pale yellow, different sizes. So what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to show you on this pale yellow. You could take this mold of wood and you can wrap it around the candle, and that gives it such a beautiful look. See that? To add something really, really interesting, different. People are going to come in your house and say, wow, that's so cool. Where did you buy that candle? And you're going to say, I made that candle. I made it myself. Interesting, huh? There are some other videos here on my channel if you want to use or take a look at them to see. You don't like how it shrinks when it dries too. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. I didn't even think about the shrinkage. Okay, this one here I hope doesn't leave anything on my candle, but we'll wipe it off if it does. Again, I didn't bring my heat tool to dry it. So look at how this is so cool. You could even just bring it up to the top. Still bendable and flexible, isn't it? And this almost looks like wax coming down the candle a little bit, doesn't it? Look how gorgeous this is. So cute, isn't it? So you could just do that on the candle. Oh, wait. I wanted to show you on the white. The white on the white. Love the look. I do too. Warm water with dish soap makes it easy to remove decoupage napkin, rice paper from any surface. There you go. You could just do this as well. So it's more like a monochrome. How do they say that? Monochromatic. Monochrome. Anyways, it's super cool. That's all. That's all you need to know is how cool it is. And then you wrap it, you cut it with a pair of scissors in the back. And with this, I would choose maybe an E6000, a super glue, or something like that. I wouldn't use hot glue because this really, I think, is possibly a form of wax. I'm not sure on this Dollar Tree candle. Some of them, the battery operated candles, actually do have some sort of a waxy film, waxy something on the outside. I'm not so sure about this. Actually, I think it actually might be. I don't know. But with an actual wax candle, don't hot glue it. You could, but it might leave too much marking on there. You might do better off with one of your super glues or something like that. And it's going to be hard. I would go in the bigger surfaces. It's not going to be hard. It's just going to be, you don't want it to, thanks, Miss Karen. Hey, Peggy. Turn the other way at the base and it would be beautiful right here. Yep. You don't have to go that way. It goes any way you want. Yep. What a cute idea for a wedding shower, your wedding table. You put this candle in the middle. And, you know, a lot of times you have it in behind a dome, a glass dome, and you could do it for a wedding tablescape there. And you could put the lace just the color of whatever your theme is, right? Or go white. Yeah. So honestly, if your imagination can think it, you can do it. Get yourself some silicone molds, get some molded wood. The link for this is the product molded wood is in the description, as well as all my social media platforms. I would love for you to follow me at all of them. I do have a couple Facebook pages that I work. I'd love for you to follow me at both. You just never know where I'm going to wind up because the platform's so wishy-washy. You never know what I'm going to be doing or not doing. I appreciate you guys supporting me from my other platforms, coming on over here and hanging out with me. And know that the replays are there. Please, if you have any questions, leave a comment. Leave a comment here for me, and I will get back with you on that. And there's many more videos that can be watched here on my channel. And please subscribe. And if you guys want to support in any way, in the description there is a buy me a coffee. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Again, this is so fun. I will see you again. And have a great rest of your day. Bye now.